Use my headphones. How about that roundup sound? What's going down, roundup family? Golly, I got so much to teach you. There's so much to teach you. It's ludicrous. It's ludicrous. Roundup family, so much to teach you. I feel like every day something new. So today, if you're just joining me, Chris Haskins. I'm a real estate entrepreneur. My mission statement is to raise your financial literacy through real estate investing and entrepreneurship. So what I want to do very quickly, show you this letter I got. I'm gonna go over this letter. If you think, I remember one of my very successful business friends told me, Chris, wherever you have some success, there's always going to be a government agency trying to get as much as they can from you. And I don't mind paying. I am trying to be a happy taxpayer, Roundup family. I'm trying to take that walk. I'm trying to think as I set aside 10,000 here for taxes, 5,000 here for taxes. You just got to set it aside. I mean, the more I set it aside, it's easier for me just to pay it, right? I can't believe 10,000. So anyway, so look, I'm gonna bring this. I just got a letter in the mail. I got a letter from the government the other day. I opened it and it read it and it said pay. So I'm gonna. This is a letter from my local government. Forget the feds, IRS. Got them straight. The state. I just paid them the other day. Now the city coming after your boy. So I'm gonna bring this letter up so you can see it. Round up family, please. If you think, golly, the more I listen to Steve Harvey, the man says how hard you got to put forth maximum effort to be successful. And he says being successful is like doing 100 push ups. And then on the last one, you got to just stay there. Staying successful is much more harder than starting to be successful. If you think it's hard starting, dude, you ain't going to make it staying. Keeping what you got is infinitely harder than trying to get something, trying to get something. So let me pull this letter up, Round Up family. I cannot wait to see this. And don't forget, we have Jessica Siegel is going to be with us today at 2 o'clock, talking about how not to do your LLC, what to keep out of your LLC. Good morning, Roundup family. Let's do this. Let me show you this letter. I'm going to share my screen with you. I scanned it in. It is so preposterous. I just scanned it in so you can see it. I want you to read. We're going to read this letter together that I just got in the mail. And I get these letters at home because they have to have a mailing address, like a physical mailing address in my town. So I don't touch the mail. My wife gets the mail and she opens these letters. And when I get home, the face she has with these letters because they all come here. All right, let's do this. Wait till you see this letter, Roundup family. So I get home yesterday. We got this letter in the mail, dated the June 21st. I blocked out my address. I don't want you showing up at the crib. So summons to appear. What does that mean, Roundup family? The first thing that summons to appear means they want me to be there, right? They want me to be there. So I hereby summons you to appear before me at the Commissioner of Revenue's office located at 1 Franklin Street, July 10th, 10 o'clock. So that they want your boy to come in and talk about how much I owe them to answer the under oath questions pertaining to your 2019. Let me blow this up for you. Golly, as if I didn't have enough crap to do, right? I don't have enough crap to do. They think I'm just sitting around worrying about them. Your 2019 business license. And let me tell you real quick before this training here is going to be very short, but let me preface reading this to you by saying years ago they told me, Chris, you don't need a business license to own real estate and collect your own rents. Let me tell you, Roundup family, they told me you don't need a business license. Okay, so now we'll get to this letter. You don't need a business license to own your own property and collect rent. These fools crazy. So let's get back to the letter. Sorry about that. I shouldn't be digressing on you. Please forgive me. Please have available your 2019 business license. Please have available your 2018 gross receipts. Now, Roundup family, if you don't know, if you're like me, would you to know what the hell gross receipts are? Gross receipts are the total amount of money you made for the entire year. So if you sold a house or 5 houses and you sold them for 200,000 each and it added up to $1 million, they want to see how you made that $1 million. Be prepared to pay all taxes, penalties, interest, and costs. Let me read this with you. Payments to clear your account may be made at any time prior to the appearance date for the summons. Personal appearance is not necessary if all taxes are paid and received. The Commissioner of Revenue's in the Commissioner of Revenue's office prior to the summons date. Pursuant to authority provided by the Virginia Code, which I can't go above that. Failure to appear or refusal to comply with this summons is a criminal offense. They want to lock your boy up and will result in a summons to the district court. What is wrong with these people? They're trying to lock you. So you see, I want to once again, I want to teach with you. I'm not teaching at you. I just want to document what goes on. Roundup. It's crazy the crap you got to deal with. So I'm going to tell you, I've already taking care of this. As it was unfolding this morning when I called them, I'm like, what are these people? They told me years ago you don't. Matter of fact, because let me tell you how this all came about. Years ago, I have two business licenses, right? One for my flipping side and one for my long-term hold side, right? So my long-term hold side, I was paying business taxes on both of them. And then you have to pay in the Commonwealth, you have to pay personal property taxes on all the stuff you own for the businesses that you run. So I'm paying personal property on both of these. I'm overpaying. So years ago, they told me they owed me money, right? So when so I called in, they were like, they want to know where is the money. This was back in 15. They want to know where is the personal property taxes. So I told them I paid for my first company, but then they let me off the hook for the second one. They said, well, you know what? You don't even have to have a business license if you own real estate and you collect rent. Let me repeat that. If you own the real estate that you own and you collect rent from tenants, you do not have to have a business license, which is why I had block builders set up to collect the rent, right? So I'm paying all this money to have a business license, and they call me. This is the city people down there. And they say, you know what, Chris, don't even worry about having a business license. So I get this today in the mail, yesterday. Where's your business license? We need that money. So called them up this morning, started talking to them. I'm like, Miss, I was told that I didn't need to have a business license. Now I get a summons to appear to pay business tax. And my wife said a good thing here. The problem with dealing with these city and government agencies is they don't talk to each other. They never talk to each other, right? It's just like you get off the phone with somebody, and next thing you know, what you said is irrelevant, right? Next, you call the next day, they're like, "Well, shoot, that ain't right." So thank God when I called that lady, she pulled up the notes for my account, and she says, "Well, you know what? I don't even know why we sent you that letter. You don't need to have a business license if you're collecting rent and the tenants are paying you directly." Crazy. It's just crazy out here. So I'm getting the summons. I was up thinking last night, can't sleep as good as I can't get my good sleep on, thinking they're calling me in for another problem on top of all the other million problems that I got to deal with. So the moral to this training roundup, family: if you own real estate, at least in my town, and I know Virginia Beach too, my boy Jelinek is the same thing, Scott. If you own real estate and you collect rents, then you don't necessarily have to have a business license. You can get one, which is why I wanted to have one. I wanted bank accounts out of my name, right? That's the only reason I got it. So you can get a business license if you want, but you don't have to have one. But they're coming for you. They are scraping and pulling tax returns to see who is making money. Well, this is what they did in my city. Pulling tax returns to see where's your money coming from. Are you getting a W 2? Are you getting a K-1? Are you a 1099 employee? How are you making money? How are you making your money? That's how they're finding people. And they did it to me. So just be careful out there. Remember, if you own a real estate and you're renting out your own real estate, you don't need a license. Good God, these people trying to just. I need one of my genie to grant me a wish on these fools. Okay, Roundup family, that's all I have for you at this moment. I'll go for some quick Q&A if you got something real fast. If not, we'll get up out of here. Daddy daycare today. What up, Chris? Daddy day. Oh, Daniel, thank you so much. You ready to learn? Yes, yes. I hope I helped you out with that one. Thank you for allowing me to pour into you. It is nothing but an honor. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here. You know, you could be anywhere. I'm so thankful that you're honored, that you allow me to do that. Daniel, Donna, where is the amount they want you to pay? Well, I'm gonna read it to you. It says, please have available your 2018 gross receipts. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I got cut off. Gross receipts, Roundup family. I was telling you, if you sold 5 houses for 200,000 each, Donna, and your gross receipts was $1 million for that year, they don't work like the IRS. Like the IRS allows you to write off what you sold, what you bought it for, your interest on the money, all the expenses you had, boom, 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 boom. Where hopefully you only made 100,000 off that million. Mm-mm. Not the city. They are going to tax you on the full million. I went in there. Matter of fact, I've had several investors try to fight this. They have a court hearing, a court case that they document where real estate guys like us have to pay on the full gross amount of the sale. But if you sold a house for 400,000 and you only made 10 or 20, you're paying taxes on the full 400,000 roundup family. And it's crazy how they're getting over. It should be illegal. It should be criminal to me because I'm like, I only made 10 grand. Why are you going to charge me on for 400? So yes, that's what you got to do. The gross receipts. I'm like, what are great gross receipts? And the man down there goes, well, we need you to bring in all the money you made, everything. So welcome. You got one too, Daniel. You got a, a warrant. There you go. These people ain't playing. They're looking for money and they're looking to catch people slipping. If you get a business license, just make sure you tell them you're managing your own virtual property. Driving for dollars, good. Okay, that's all I got. Roundup family. I will see you today, 2 o'clock with Jessica Siegel for attorney time. We're going to be talking about how not to create your LLC, what not to do to put into it, because Jessica, whew, how much stuff she's been through. I get to talk to her, 2 or 3 times a week, and then I get to share her with you on Fridays. But I can't believe, a little boy in Lynchburg, Virginia, grew up in obscurity. I get to interface with attorneys, accountants, real estate professionals, builders. I am so honored. And then you let me bring it to you. What an honor. I mean, it's just like a dream. Okay, Roundup. I'll see you soon. Like the content, share this stuff for any other investors that need to hear. They need to hear this stuff. That's why I'm preaching it as I'm working during the day. I'm like, golly, so much to teach you. All right, I'll see you at 2 o'clock. Love you. Peace.